Everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Gamer Dad channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So today we're going to be looking at Tom Clancy's The Division 2 and basically the news that the new content is being delayed. Now, for those of you who may be wondering, oh, wait, what? New content's delayed? Yes, it was. They put up a message today saying with the new content, yada, 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 we're sorry. We're going to have to delay the content. And there it is. We're not getting that content in February, according to them, unless this is a prank and they're going to drop a surprise, witches, and just basically let us know that they were joking and here's your new content in February. Then I guess that's probably the play that they're going for here. But if not, we ain't getting nothing. Now, here are my thoughts regarding all of this. Many of you know I'm one of the biggest Division fans. In regard to being a YouTuber, I will sit here and go back and forth at it with the community, especially with those who will tell me, oh, you're a shill. Ubisoft's paying you. And I'll sit there and be like, yo, I like the game, so get yourself out of here. All of those things I've done in the past and I'll still do because I strongly believe in what this game has been able to achieve. Nonetheless, though, I'm not an idiot. I will tell you for sure, and no one has said this, that from a perspective of strategy, this is a tactical error from Massive Ubisoft. In fact, them going ahead to announce now, midway through December, that this content is going to be delayed. And I'm not talking about the apparel event that was supposed to be coming. To be honest, those things are quite trivial. I think what is the meat of all of this is that content that was set for February, including its PTS. I think what they should have done is basically go ahead and say, yo, we don't know if we're going to deliver this content, but we're going to get the PTS going. I think that is some way that they could have done two correct things at the same time. If we wait all the way through March in order for us to be able to get our hands on this content, the fear is that many people will no longer be available to play the content. The community is going to be going away. I strongly believe that this is the measure that they should have taken. Now, you may also say, but, you know, what's the point in playing a PTS when there is no content available? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Division. We do PTS out here. There's nothing wrong with that. Doing a PTS makes sense, and I've been saying it. PTS needs to be available for console. If they had taken this strategy and been much more serious about it, getting the PTS ready for console, and now everybody in the community can start to test and mess around with whatever changes they're making, they get pretty much the benefit of free testing, extensive testing, which is what we've been doing since Division 1 day 1, March something 2016 anyways, and they could have been able to use that to assess what it is they want to basically finalize for this new content. Now, another side that no one is thinking about, and I know I've not heard anybody, but so far from what I'm seeing a lot of the different complaints back and forth, and I haven't necessarily seen too much that's quite constructive to the reality that we're facing, is that February is going to snuff out this new content, even if it was dropping. I mean, think about February. I mean, think about January even. January is a competitive month for video game releases, as well as February. What's happening in February? Somebody mentioned Horizon Forbidden West. I don't think many people are going to be picking up the Division to go play if they have a PlayStation 5 and this brand new game in this gaming drought is going to be basically dropping, including the fact that this is a sequel to a successful game. So there's no way the Division developers probably thought to themselves that it will make sense to go ahead and drop the Division. That is if it's ready. And this is the second view. So I'm not saying the game is ready, but I'm just saying, what if it was ready by February? Is that a conducive time to drop it? Also, on the other end is Elden Ring, which is also another February release. So basically, this is not one of those things where Massive Ubisoft usually drops their content in line with other new games or other new DLCs. This is a thing where if they drop that content, it may not have the intended effect that they probably wanted to have. Because again, I have said in my mind that I think that Ubisoft Massive is developing another Division game. And so I think with this new content, it's the final piece of their chess move. They basically want to make this solid move, drop this content, and then use it as a springboard for the Division 3 marketing. If there's no one to play it, then who's going to be, really interested in a Division 3 marketing at that point? I think if they delay the content and then it comes out maybe in March or April when I would say the tides are a little much more peaceful or steady in terms of game releases, then it may be sensible for them to be able to platform their next, Division game or next project, and that is in the Division universe from there on. And when I say Division universe, I mean Massive Ubisoft's Division universe. I'm not talking about Red Storm's Division Heartland. So these are the two sides of things that you kind of have to look at. But I think either way, even if these were the two possibilities, that one, the content's not available, or two, the content's available, they don't want to compete, they still should have kept the PTS on the date for February so that the community can continue with the participation. This is some of the stuff that I usually say in my videos is Ubisoft Massive. I don't know what's going on in terms of management overall, but I just feel like there is not really a visionary that is in that studio, or maybe there is and they're being ignored from corporate. And also there's a leadership vacuum there that we don't really know how that's also playing out. Because if you guys remember, the managing director of the studio went on a sabbatical and then is probably going to be going back to Ubisoft for a bigger role. And so there really isn't anybody that's the managing director that we know of. Does anybody know? Let me know in the comment section if they've gotten a new managing director. Tell me. I'm interested in knowing if there actually is a person. But since there's no one, then, who could have been able to make a call like that? This might as well be that somebody that's some kind of a top brass somewhere in Ubisoft is basically just calling the shots and doesn't really know what the ground game is with Massive. And all they're just doing is focusing everything and throwing all resources to Star Wars and Avatar and missing out on potentially what the Division, is capable of being, because they haven't necessarily seen or even felt the success that this game was from the studio within. And so at the end of the day, someone's going to learn a lesson, and it's not going to be me, because I've already understood that these development companies, they're only going to do the things that are beneficial to them. So in that rate, I only approach their products in a way that's somewhat beneficial to me in terms of my own enjoyment or even my sanity. And at this rate, I've already made up my mind where whenever they bring the content, if they ever bring the content, I'm going to play it at that point. But at this point, I usually pick a game that I play during the holiday season, during Christmas holiday, and The Division has never been that game because I played The Division so many years round. I don't ever go back to saying, yeah, I want to play Division or more Division in the holiday. But for people who are still playing, I can see how this can still be a problem. I don't blame anybody. If you get mad, uninstall the game, go on Twitter and voice your concerns and your complaints. I think they really need to hear that, because at the end of the day, it was us who put money in the coffers of that studio. Now, they may not be running dry from money, so they're probably over here chilling and doing whatever it is that they want to do. And so they're probably taking their time. And then, just to be fair, because I want to be, I've already, in my mind anyways, I've already explored these two sides. Just to be fair on the final side, you have to think about where this content is being developed. It's being developed in Bucharest. And Ubisoft Bucharest, I think that's the studio that was working on Ghost Recon Frontline, the highly rejected Ghost Recon trailer or beta announcement. And I think Ubisoft is still going ahead with this Ghost Recon Frontline project, even though they postponed the date for the beta. Even worse is the fact that they don't seem like they're going to cancel the project. So I think right now they've already committed. And so I think they're going to finish up that Ghost Recon Frontline project. And maybe somewhere along the line, the small team that's crafting the Division's game mode is going to be able to deliver our content for us sometime in the near future. But I would advise you, as a Division agent, you need to be playing some other games right now. And if you ever feel the appeal to return to the Division, then do so. But if you don't, I definitely understand. I can definitely get where you're coming from, because I think this studio just kind of made a big doo-doo in this particular instance. Who knows? They might recover or they might not. I guess we'll see. Thanks for watching. Peace out.